What if I told you that at one time this coin almost 500x in the 2017 bull run? You'd probably tell me a 500x isn't possible, yet XRP did it, reaching heights of $3 in January of 2018. People anticipated a gigantic bull run in 2021 for Ripple's XRP. However, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, went after XRP in December of 2020, alleging it was a security. This absolutely crushed XRP's potential in the bull run, as it didn't even make new all-time highs in the last cycle. After a bitter case and spending $200 million on law fees, CEO Brad Garlinghouse emerged victorious as Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that XRP is not a security. Immediately, exchanges everywhere began relisting XRP, including Coinbase. Ripple Labs never stopped building in the bear market, though, even amidst the SEC case. And now, it's time for all of us to reap the rewards. If you don't know XRP, you better get to know it, because it is likely going to be the #1 coin in the entire bull run, in my opinion. Stick around all the way until the very end of this video to find out why. Let's get it. Welcome to the Ben Armstrong Crypto Experience, the home of Ben Armstrong Crypto and you. I already know this is going to be one of my most popular video series ever, XRP. We'll be doing an explainer video today to break down Ripple's XRP. Tomorrow, we will have our XRP rating video where we place it on our top coins of the 2024-2025 bull run tier list. Of course, you can check all of these out on playlists by clicking on the screen. Then, the following video in the series will give my most anticipated price prediction of the year, as it is my belief XRP will be the #1 coin of the bull run. Not a spoiler if you watch this show, and you should. Then later, you'll get to explore the XRP Ledger or XRPL ecosystem. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and also like this video if you enjoy learning more about different coins. Seriously, take a second and like this video. And of course, guys, remember, I am not a financial advisor. And to be clear, I've never taken $1 from Ripple or any third-party agent on behalf of Ripple. The most controversial coin in all of crypto. No coin has more lovers or more haters. It has the most loyal community, the XRP Army, led, of course, by the master and commander of the XRP Army, yours truly. Don't get me wrong, I have other armies out there to lead, but this one will always be the most dear to my heart. Myself, John Deaton, Stuart Alderati, Brad Garlinghouse, and many more squared off with the SEC in the crypto trial of the century. They played out both in the courthouse backrooms, social media, and even on the mainstream news. In the end, Ripple Labs was victorious, and that will change everything for not just Ripple, XRP, and the XRP Army, but for crypto, as XRP becomes the first truly regulated cryptocurrency. However, there are those out there in the world of crypto who feel like XRP is exactly what crypto is not supposed to be. Many potential investors have been scared away by these XRP doomsdayers, which, by the way, almost all of their arguments are always dumb, but they only got dumber over the years, holding on to old tired narratives. They call it the banker's coin, which will make sense to you after you watch this video. First, though, we need to start with core information you must know. Ripple and XRP are different. People often use them interchangeably. It's similar to Cardano. Cardano is the network, ADA is the coin. It's important to use these terms correctly. In this case, Ripple Labs is the company that powers the XRP coin. Ripple is led by CEO Brad Garlinghouse, CTO David Schwartz, and Executive Chairman of the Board of Directors, Chris Larson. There's one key member in the history of Ripple Labs who is no longer with the company, Jed McCaleb. You need to know about him. He was actually the founder of Ripple as we know it today. Jed, joined by David Schwartz and Arthur Brito, bought the company back in 2012 from a guy named Ryan Fugger, a Canadian. Ryan was actually the original founder of Ripple Pay all the way back in 2004. Ripple Pay was kind of similar to the idea behind Bitcoin. People can make their own crypto using a decentralized digital currency exchange and payment system. Think peer-to-peer, aka P2P. 2013, the company was renamed from its most recent name, OpenCoin, to Ripple Labs and began launching products, which we'll cover a bit later. But the idea behind these products were to help banks create faster cross-border payment settlement to improve the efficiency of the world economy. The next product Ripple Labs created was the XRP token itself. This was the token Ripple Labs created as the solution to the cross-border payment settlement issue. The ICO, or token sale for XRP, began in 2013, which was the basis for the SEC case. And to be fair, there are still a few hanging chads from the SEC case, including determining the validity of some of the institutional buys of XRP from Ripple, but the sale of XRP to retail was determined not to be a security. This obviously also meant that the secondary market, aka exchanges, or any coins not bought through a direct token sale, are not securities. And this has a monstrous effect on the overall crypto market. because now many coins are not scared to go against the SEC. Expensive, yes. Death sentence, no. It is actually good for Ripple, in my opinion, because it now has a leg up as the only officially regulated crypto. I would argue it's even more regulated than Bitcoin. So there's your overview. Ripple is the company, XRP is the coin. XRPL is the XRP blockchain or ledger. XRP ledger is what that stands for. And XRP, of course, is the ticker. Right now, it's the number 5 ranked cryptocurrency and the number 3 altcoin. Back in 2017, CoinMarketCap and other exchanges actually used the infamous fidget spinner logo, even though the token was listed as XRP. They're different logos. So let's jump into the numbers real quick. You saw how important the merge was for Ethereum because it changed its tokenomics. Currently, the price of XRP is sitting around 61 cents. The market cap is coming in right at almost $33 billion. Total supply is 99.988 billion coins, while the max supply is 100 billion XRP. The almost 12 million coins missing there are from transaction fees being burned over time. However, only about 53.9 billion XRP are circulating. This means the fully diluted market cap is almost 2 times the actual market cap. Diluted market cap is not something we've covered yet, because so far with Bitcoin and Ethereum, the number isn't dramatic. Ethereum doesn't have one of these, but Bitcoin does. It's because Bitcoin has a max supply and Ethereum doesn't. Fully diluted market cap is where the market cap would be if overnight the remaining coins in the supply that are not circulating got released into the supply. So if the remaining 46 billion coins or so came into the market overnight at the current price, the market cap would be 61 billion coins. What this shows is how important the token release schedule is for every coin. The original 100 billion coins were created by Arthur Brito in 2012. You can still see them on GitHub today. The founders received 20% of the coins and 80% were locked up by the company. People who don't like Ripple make a big deal out of this and call it a pre-mine. Like with Bitcoin and proof of work, you can't just make coins out of nowhere, and that's what they did, and that's why Bitcoin maximalists argue the companies that do pre-mines are doing something contrary to the spirit of crypto. Well, I'm not here to philosophically debate this, at least right now. Ripple did see there was an issue with the large amount of coins they had. That's why they created an escrow account to slow drip coins into the supply. In fact, the slow drip should take up to 70,000 years to exhaust the supply. One of the most important factors to understand with XRP is the escrow account. On December 7th, 2017, Ripple Labs placed 55 billion XRP into an escrow account directly on the XRPL. So every month, Ripple releases coins from the escrow, and there is quite a bit of hoopla every month as we watch what they do with them. Each month, 1 billion XRP are released into the supply according to the escrow agreement. However, Ripple reserves the right to place those coins back in the escrow again, locked up. For instance, last month, Ripple released 500 million XRP, 300 million XRP, and 200 million XRP in 3 separate transactions worth $610 million total. But as mentioned, Ripple has the option to lock them back up, and they do that. 800 million of the billion total XRP was locked back into the XRP escrow. The current escrow holdings are around $41 billion. Another finally closed issue for the Ripple tokenomics is the Jed McCaleb issue. A little background on Jed. He's most famous for founding Mt. Gox, the first large Bitcoin exchange that was completely hacked in February of 2014. Jed had sold Mt. Gox to a Frenchman named Marc Karpelès, who was in charge when the hack occurred. Many believe Jed knew Karpelès was going to destroy the exchange based on his lack of experience in crypto compared to Jed. And that's exactly what happened. It was one of the biggest black marks in the history of crypto. And this is saying a lot because of all the bad stuff that's happened. Also, even though Jed was at Ripple still before leaving in 2014 to start XLM or Stellar Lumens, an XRP competitor, he was never included in any discussions of the SEC lawsuit. Remember this, no one made more money on XRP than Jed McCaleb as he would dump his tokens religiously every month. You see, Jed was given quite the deal, 9 billion XRP in a settlement, remember 100 billion max supply, and he was allowed to sell it based on certain time constraints. This deal was in 2014, and Jed McCaleb did continue selling every month all the way until 2022, when he finally ran out of XRP to sell. It was a huge downward price pressure we saw consistently. But luckily, it's over, and the XRP army can breathe easier on the first of every month. So now that you understand a little bit of the history and the tokenomics of XRP, let's move on to its price performance history. It depends on which number you want to go with. But XRP saw 44,000+ % gains in 2017. Ripple defied logic back then is what hooked most of us into crypto. The altcoin season of 2017 was epic. And I would argue with you that Brian Armstrong declaring that no new assets would be going on Coinbase was probably what actually sucked the last bit of wind out of not only XRP sales, but also the entire crypto market, as that effectively killed altcoin season. Back then, there were only 4 coins on Coinbase: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the most recently added in December of 2017, Bitcoin Cash. The rumor at the end of the market was that XRP was just about to get added onto Coinbase. And when that didn't happen, many people were frustrated. But did Uncle Brian really have to go and squash all the speculation? He was ready for the bull run to be over, I think. The all-time chart for XRP is quite interesting because it seems to be bearish. But trust me, it isn't. The only reason we made a lower high in the last cycle is because of the SEC case. With that over and the liquidity from exchange listings returning, XRP is set to blast off to heights many thought never imaginable. Certainly until XRP breaks out, though, from this pattern, the chart is probably the biggest weakness of XRP. However, we know why that is. A lot of people are hoping that XRP will stake its claim as the #1 overall project in crypto. I'm hoping you claim your stake as a user of our friend and partner Stake. The Ben Armstrong Crypto Experience is brought to you by Stake, the world's largest social casino. It's like a social network, except for chatting with hot babes online all day. You play games with your buddies and strangers who may want to become your buddy. Playing games, having fun, and even more importantly, winning prizes. Sounds like my idea of a good time. Don't forget to sign up for Stake by clicking the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Ripple Labs, of course, is ran by current CEO Brad Garlinghouse. He joined the Ripple team in April of 2015, but became the CEO in November of 2016. Brad is honestly my hero in crypto. This guy fires off the hip and says it like it is. He's a crypto cowboy for sure. And what's funny is, so many people in crypto hate him because they hate Ripple. This all became very apparent during the Ripple SEC case. We could do an entire video on Brad Garlinghouse, but just know there pretty much isn't better leadership in crypto. Former CEO and current chairman of the board of Ripple is Chris Larsen. Chris has been in the news a lot lately over the last couple of years, from his anti-Bitcoin mining stance to his inclusion in the Ripple SEC case. Chris did help co-found Ripple in 2012 along with Jed, David, and Arthur, so he's been there since the true beginning of what we know Ripple to be today. And of course, public enemy #1 when it comes to good hair, David Schwartz is still the CTO of Ripple to this day. Other strong team members include Monica Long and Stuart Alderati, among others. But there's one team member that serves as the backbone for the entire project, the XRP Army. They're what the 12th man is to the Seattle Seahawks. The XRP Army is far and away the strongest community in all of crypto, followed by the Cardano community, which, by the way, Cardano, your video series is coming up very soon, so if you like ADA, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But the XRP Army is fiercely loyal. However, their best quality is their investigative skills. Uncovering bombshell after bombshell in the Ripple SEC case, digging up dirt is their specialty. You may remember from our Ethereum Explainer video that the XRP Army actually is who discovered the ETHgate controversy. I can call out tons of different members of the XRP Army for their contributions to the space, but honestly, there are too many to name and I don't want to leave any out. A lot of friends in that community. But in my opinion, the real leader of the XRP Army is attorney John Deaton. He helped draft an amicus curiae brief where over 70,000 XRP supporters, including myself, signed on to support Ripple through their case in a legal perspective. No single person worked harder than this man during that time. Deaton became a crypto icon, and XRP investors owe this man quite a bit of thanks for his hard work and dedication. I really believe John Deaton played a major role in the case, along with John, to other people who were integral in helping the community to understand the SEC case, with attorney Jeremy Hogan and Fox Business reporter Ellie Tourette. Understanding the SEC lawsuit, that's a lot, but I'm going to break it down as briefly as possible here. In December of 2020, the SEC announced an enforcement action against Ripple Labs, accusing Ripple of conducting an illegal security offering and accused Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen of assisting in that illegal sale for profit. The case dragged on forever, and Ripple spent over $200 million defending itself. Fortunately, in a stroke of luck for Ripple, Library, a content platform, was also sued by the SEC at the almost same time for the almost same thing. Library went through the process a little before Ripple, so the Ripple lawyers got to watch exactly how that played out, and they adjusted accordingly. The case dragged on for 2.5 years, of course. It was horrible to watch our own government hurt so many investors. Sad, really. I love how the SEC does everything in the name of protecting investors, while we actually know it's all about padding the wallets of people like Gary Gensler. It's systemic corruption. Ripple stacked up win after win against the SEC, with its prized possession being gaining access to William Hinman's emails in regards to ETHgate, which, remember, was an SEC-related scandal. After a fierce multi-year battle, Ripple came out victorious. Technically, the case is still ongoing, but the judge has already declared XRP is not a security, and Brad G and Chris Larsen were dismissed civilly as well. Final details that will end this completely now are in the works behind closed doors. It's important to note, though, the SEC does have the opportunity to appeal the decision, but I believe this is unlikely, as they would rather turn somewhere they can win instead of fighting an obvious losing battle with Ripple. A Supreme Court loss, if the case were to get that far, would be the death penalty for the SEC in terms of regulating crypto, and I don't think that they're going to do that. There is another section of the XRP community, though, that we have to talk about: the XRP Riddlers. Riddlers are people in the XRP community who make mysterious or leading comments about XRP to hype the community up. Some of the famous predictions that have not come true are that Ripple actually works with the government. There's a secret plan to get XRP to $589 per coin. XRP will be the digital dollar, and I could go on forever. I do have to admit, occasionally the Riddlers, well, they will go on right. And that's what continues to encourage them. When people say nonsensical stuff like XRP is going to $10,000 per coin, remember, commenting on or liking those videos is equivalent to feeding grizzly bears. It's just not smart. The tech for Ripple is obviously top-notch, period. Honestly, Ripple has the very best tech in the game. They have $1 billion centralized company behind them. Now, their consensus mechanism for Ripple and XRP is another one for us, so let's talk about the first two. First, we have proof of work for Bitcoin, then proof of stake for Ethereum, and now, for Ripple, meet the XRP Ledger Consensus Protocol, which is based on the Federated Byzantine Agreement, or FBA model. The white paper for Ripple, of course, goes deep into this. And I didn't say Ripple because the white paper revolves around the Ripple consensus mechanism, but it goes into detail about the XRP token as well. So now it's time to get into what the purpose of the XRP token is and why this is all so important. Many people do not like Ripple because it is a company based on bank-to-bank payments. They say, we hate the banks, so we hate Ripple. Guys, it's low IQ thinking. And listen, certainly no one hates banks more than me. I promise that. But improving payment efficiency for banks and international finance is only a good thing for all of us. I said in my video yesterday, banks are not the problem, fiat currency is. And of course, banks perpetuate the scam, specifically central banks. But fiat is the thing we have to get rid of. Then banks can actually morph into something else than they are currently and still survive potentially. Fiat currency is what has to go. Another thing that has to go is the SWIFT system. SWIFT stands for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications and is a system behind international money transfers. And this is so important to understand. SWIFT is a telecommunication system. It's in the name. It's not a money system or a financial system. What does that mean? Well, it means that SWIFT is a network of information. Here's how this currently works. Hans wants to send money to his friend Juan. Hans is in Germany and Juan is in Mexico, so it has to be done via an international transfer. He goes into the local bank and initiates a transfer. The bank takes down all the information for the transfer and sends that information through SWIFT to the receiving bank. Every bank has a SWIFT number, is an identifier. That bank takes the info and begins the process of confirming the money was sent in order to give the receiver credit in his account. Only problem is the money doesn't actually move in real time. That's a completely different process and takes 5 to 7 business days on average. Information is dispersed, and then later on, money's actually moved. This is how a network of information operates. XRP, and of course Bitcoin too, are networks of value. A network of value skips the step of passing off information and instead opts to simply send the money. There is no middleman, except for, I guess you could say, the XRP token itself. In this case, Juan wants to pay Hans back, so he goes to the local bank that uses XRP and RippleNet. Juan initiates the transfer. Juan's fiat currency is swapped over to the equivalent value in the XRP token and immediately transferred to Hans' bank in 30 seconds or less. His bank converts the XRP back to the desired currency, and it's over, just like that. Pretty incredible. And that's how a network of value works compared to a network of information. Now, a few years ago, Ripple had a big rebrand. Ripple offered 3 products, XRapid, XCurrent, and XVIA. They consolidated those products in 2019. XCurrent and XVIA were combined into RippleNet. Just this month, RippleNet has rebranded into Ripple Payments. Ironic, if you remember, the very first name of the company back in 2004 under Ryan Fugger was Ripple Pay. XRapid was renamed On-Demand Liquidity, or ODL for short. These technologies are what makes Ripple special and the XRP token so important. Before the rebrand of their initial products, banks using the Ripple software did not have to use the XRP token to settle transactions. After the rebrand, that all changed. Now, all transactions using RippleNet will be settled in XRP tokens, meaning all the banks will need to own XRP tokens to do transfers. And that's a change. Before, you didn't have to. Now, all users of RippleNet will have to. Banks must update their software systems. They haven't done that in decades because it's hard, and this is the kind of software that's hard to produce and integrate into financial tech systems. But Ripple has done it, and that's their special sauce. 99% of the world probably thinks that isn't a big deal. But I'm here to tell you it's not just a big deal, it's the deal of the century, in my opinion, to get into this coin, not financial advice. Ripple plays with the big boys, connected to the World Economic Forum. I've given my opinion on that several times. Like that connection or not, Ripple is in the club, the same club the banks are in. That doesn't mean they have the same beliefs or philosophies that the banks do. But it's big for the connections and the price, guys, period. There's just no way around it. Ripple also offers a central bank digital currency or CBDC platform for central banks interested in going digital. Once again, though, guys, Ripple is not creating the demand for CBDCs, just a technology that can create them. And it's just one of many projects a central bank can turn to in order to create a CBDC, including Stellar Lumens. This, of course, all proves that CBDCs and XRP can and will coexist. CBDCs will be the digital currency of retail, while XRP will be the digital currency of wholesale. Think of it kind of like that. Now, we talked so much about the past of Ripple, it's time we turn to the here and now. Ripple is now concluding its case with the SEC, and this is big. Final details of the Ripple heavy settlement will probably be released very soon. Once this happens, Ripple is free and clear to operate however they want within the banking system here in the United States, as it's not a security, XRP of course. This has been the missing piece as Ripple has exploded in the banking system all over the world, save the United States. Now, all the banking connections in the US can start coming to light. Along with preparing for an epic bull run, Ripple also is potentially preparing for an initial public offering of Ripple Labs on the stock exchange. Many people believe this is possible, and they even sell private equity shares to people anticipating the stock one day. The future for Ripple is extremely bright between a potential crazy price run, complete freedom from the SEC, XRP adoption by the banking system, an IPO, and maybe even an ETF eventually. Now, if you got this far in the video and you're brain dead, then you may still be wondering why someone would want to invest in XRP. Guys, this is the complete coin. There is no doubt this will be my highest scoring coin for this bull run that's inside the top 100. XRP is the future. You can embrace it or you can miss the boat. The banking system is going to integrate with XRP, and it's never been clearer. While nothing is absolutely guaranteed, my gosh, this feels pretty close. Sometimes in life, we're given gifts, and the ability to accumulate XRP for an entire extra cycle may have been the biggest gift any of us have ever been given. That suppression from the last cycle will turn into jubilation for this one. Let me know what you think about XRP. What did I miss? I'm sure I missed something because there's so much to cover with XRP. You guys let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, hit that like button on your way out because you know you want to smash. Be blessed.